Oh shit, I clicked something that I didn't see. Fuck. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I could keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was at the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Yuri, thanks for keeping your promise, BGI. I hope this isn't too overwhelming to commit for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. Sorry told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. And I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in her club room. in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Oh, she reads mangas, okay. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into your seat. Don't worry guys, BGI always gets the best as long as he's having fun. He has helped me with busy work without me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room, all dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost have set your house. Wait, and you almost set your house on fire once. Wait, she? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and BGI can become good friends too. Sorry? As usual, Sarah seems obvious, oblivious to these certain weird situations she puts me into. Oh, Yuri, you even brought you something today, you know? Wait, sorry? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Wow. Sorry you made it sound like a really big deal when it's not really. Girl. What do I do? I'm sorry Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want me to. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches her bag and pulls out a book. He got me a book even though I hate books. Well, I read mangas. And yeah, hopefully it's a horror manga, you know. I didn't want to feel, want you to feel left out. So I picked out this book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, but it should keep your attention even if you don't want to usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. This is how this girl accidentally being so cute. Even she picked out a book that she think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monday to kick off some scheduled activities for this club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sari and Monica having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. And I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man. Looks like nobody wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related? Myself like this. You read the book, you dummy. I guess I could read some of the books Yuri gave me. Well, the book Yuri gave me. but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sari's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna see some really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our only chance to show everyone what the literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone, something that speaks to the creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even though we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody would ever come in the first place if it's the literature event. So it's more important to figure out how we get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we could do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sari's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Oh well, I guess we could... Cupcakes? Haha, good thinking. It's just cupcakes though. Like I thought it would be like, you know, some delicious food. Like I don't know, people like in Japan here, but Natsuki would love that too. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. I guess that's good using the resources. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to the creative tummy. Haha. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sari is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sari can put her mind to things that can make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Why, I open my eyes to find Sari's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Ah, sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up too late. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over the shoulder to see if Monica overheard. That's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, sorry. Hehe. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. And you're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? And not every day, but still one of those days, bitch. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of a doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sari, it's written all over you. Eh? Sari glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You're clearly rushing this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Huh? I run my fingertips down the side of Sari's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. My hair is really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. Damn. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would have ever noticed that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, sorry. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh shit. Hey, that's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it's to have a friend who does these things. These kinds of things. Don't say that. Make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you will have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs are getting bigger again. Got bigger again. Don't say that loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange that Sari's blazer buttoned up like, why does it feel strange to see Sari's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sari hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sari puts her arm out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Hey. I guess we are being taking care of each other than we are of taking care of ourselves. Yeah, guess so, huh? So maybe we should come and walk. You should come and wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, sorry. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Oh shit, it's the principal. Monica suddenly calls out, Why don't we share our poems that we wrote now? Yay! BGI, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sari still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Even now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sari and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sari is on the wrinkled sheet of the loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in the composition notebook. I can really see Monica's Princeton handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well as reaching onto their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I kinda like Yuri, so I'm gonna go with Yuri on this. Yuri seems so most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, is that bad? No. Did I raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help notice that it's been several minutes, so we haven't really gotten anywhere. Why is she so timid? It might take Yuri a while to get used to the new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What you were saying. Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typically of new writers. And having through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think that most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they're trying to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter as they fit form into together. In the end result, that both of the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, that as well demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that got into writing even a simple poem. Such as finding them and building them and getting them to work together, but it's probably most the challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuji is apologizing to yourself or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this poem to be... Isn't supposed to be a literature club? Let's read her poem. Putting on my glasses here. Ghost under the light. As the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath a amber glow, bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green blue of the future. Oh, hue of the future. I battle, cleans beneath air of the present and the living in the past. The lights flickers as I flicker back. I'm so sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. I read it, it wasn't that bad. That's how you're supposed to write if you're in this type of literature club. Is that calligraphy? Or just cursive writing? I think it's calligraphy, I think. I don't know. But let's continue. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. Well, I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something too easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts here? Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, BGI. Really? I must have totally missed the point then. Well then, I suppose you only did a glance over after all. But I remember the poets often expressed their thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do it more often than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps a subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Very touching. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a little solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Oh, it makes me happy that you think like that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. She's counting on me. Let's go to Sorry. I have to read all these poems and I'm gonna end it from here, but let's go to Monica. I wanna say Monica for later? I think I do. Let's go for next. Sorry? Oh my goodness. This is so good, BGI. I love it. I had no idea you're such a good writer. She's total bullshit compared to like, you know, the other girl you just went to. But she's my best friend and she supports me, so I'll give her props for that. Sorry? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha 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 ha. Jeez. Your opinion was way more constructive than this. Totally, yeah, exactly. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. But I think I understand you better a lot more than other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a BGI poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? See? It's like I said before, BGI. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. Like just doing this video right now. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing that much that means to her and all, yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold on to that then. Yay! Now that you read all my poems too, right? You read my poems too, right? I said all. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, let's see about that. It's readers. It's way better writing and looks silly too because I want breakfast. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds in the morning makes it feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Is there more? Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, I just a little bit. Can't answer it with just a little bit or a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night, so she procrastinated. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Ooh, excuse me. But it came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehe. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Yeah. Next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Alright, let's go to Monica or Natsuki. I want to go to Natsuki because me bitch, but Monica will be the best for last, boy. Well, it's just what I expected from someone like you. Exactly. Criticism. This woman. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. So, what do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. It's a little baby one. Eagles can fly. That's the title right there. Oh no, that's continue. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. Well, that's about it. What the hell? Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I liked it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but when it hits you hard, like in this poem, seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But one other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Facts. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bringing out the feeling in that last time. So you did. I guess more went into than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Then I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that much from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from you. You're nice, BGI. And last but not least, Monica too. Hi, BGI. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever heard any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Yes, I will. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha. Don't worry, BGI. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's all short of a barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I'll hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think you're saying makes you think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, You may be good friends, but Suri and I are actually really different. Hmm? Well, that may be the case, but that's there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two are really caring about each other well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that she's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it much? I could be. Gosh, I sound like Yuri. In any case, Sayuri's writing has have a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotion and like happiness and sadness. You knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things too. It can take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles. Can I read your poem already? But at least, always, I hope you find the suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way anyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yes, I do. Hold up, I'm gonna pause here. I'm back. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel the way you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Let's read your poem. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me seeing the direction the spackle produce. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real bind, like a firm left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole with infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. That twist though. So what do you think? It's very free form if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten to be pretty popular nowadays. And that's a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. I bet it can. That was a very inspiration behind... What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of empathy recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. And empathy? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other anyway. Here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you're trying so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for way too long, you just get a bit dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room and there was more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. As even if they're being nice, no poems can stand up to theirs. This is Literature Club after all. I guess that's the way I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori might be happily chatting. My eyes landing on Yuri and Natsuki. My gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing for their respective poems as they read the tayam as I watch them express changes. Natsuki eyebrows furrows in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Akushi dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and BGI did too. So based on that, I gotta give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Me? And BGI liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that BGI preached my advice more than he preached yours. Huh? How do you know he appreciates my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately get out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. You... Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one those boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as BGI started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me and they just noticed I was standing there. BGI. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, BGI. Wait, there's no reason to have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convolute feel the most effectively. Avoiding them so unnecessarily limiting yourself, it also wastes. You understand that, right, BGI? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with will probably think of that more highly of me. Honestly, I would go with Yuri. She's intelligent. I like her writing. But it's true, I like to go with Natsuki because writing doesn't have to be super sophisticated in order to express your feelings. So I'm gonna go with Natsuki on this. Yuri. You are really talented, Hugh. But Natsuki has a point. I think that. I racked my brain in an attempt to back up myself. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just impressive as well. But let's be reader imagination take over. And Natsuki poem did really do a good job of that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? Ah, it shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she's so mean to me. Natsuki voice whines. Look, we talked about yesterday. Yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it could definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticisms can lead to something very pretty heated. I glanced over my shoulder. Sayuri is nodding very vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great nerd, Natsuki. Huh? Natsuki's voice getting caught in the surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri? Hmm? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. A face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey. It's not like you need to apologize for me, BGI. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. And the thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? It's unsurprising Natsuki has a harder time with it than she's boasted. Sayuri and Monika look away. Anyway, the thing about your booze, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sorry? I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. Well now, we're past that. Everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, BTI. And to be honest, that's a nice change of pace. For lazing around, we got a little too used to. Hahaha. So for joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? Not at all, not at all. There was still time before we got home, so we're all relaxed for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature related things in the club room. So maybe you could take up the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. What? About what? That's not the most important thing about Literature Club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayuri. Hehe. In the end though, Monika is right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I said it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. BJ, how about you? Yeah, I'll say the same. It was neat to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something about your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do better job impressing those I want to impress. I now tell myself with a newfound determination. EGI, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehe. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm much enjoying it either. Sorry about what happened earlier. What did you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can't see why they'll make good friends with you. I can see why they'll make good friends with you. You know, BGI, that's nice. I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you to get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught up onto the kind of situation. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. So... Tenacious. Firefly Special Kawaii, which is cute. Aurora Death Essence. It's peacefulness. I'm trying to press these girls, you know. Summer Meager Kiss, Secret of Dark Charm. I already have Kawaii as a Rainbow. Inferno. Love. Extreme. Art. Malakany. Is that Malakany? I don't know. Insight Herb. Bop. Massacre. Electricity Broken Laugh. Question. Spinning. Despise. Shiny. Childhood. Passion. Chocolate. Happiness.